Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow CZT, Certified Tangle Teacher, and we did note cards the last couple weeks, and you can see how much fun I've had with the note cards. And now we need to have some envelopes for our wonderful little note cards that I've got done here. So I have the envelopes, and you can get a free template on my website. Well, if you go to the store and go to freebies, that's where it'll be. And this is the little template. Let me see if I can get it in a white so you can see. I just rearranged my studio, and so my camera's a little bit, but this is the template, and it will fit on a regular size paper, and you can print it off. This was, I printed off on just regular printer paper, but these I printed off on a little bit heavier paper. You don't want to go much more than 65 pounds because it might not go through your printer, but you'll get a printer for, a template for the envelope, and it just folds up and you glue it here, and then you can glue it down, or you can use sealing wax. And I did my little design on the back, so I had place for my address, so it's got a little place there. And this one I did the same design. I was teaching it in class. It's Henna drum, I think's that one. And then you also will get a little gift card envelope that you could, oh, you can see I kept the key from the Radisson, and but you can see how that gift card will just fit in there and fold up, so you don't have to seal it in. It just kind of folds in, flop, and there you go. You have a gift card. There's my gift card, just printed out, and I did coaster by Carol O here, and you get two of those templates on my website so that you can print those. And last but not least is a, excuse my arm, a money envelope. So you can put cash or something in, and I'll tell you what I do with this one. This is this size of it, and I've also printed it on gray, so you have folding lines, and then I fold those lines in. Well, I actually fold those in first, then put a little hot glue stick on the tabs there, and then fold it down, and then you've got a card. And I keep these in my purse, and so if I need to, actually, this sounds terrible. What if I forget one of my grandkids' birthdays? I've got an envelope, and I can put some cash in there, and they've got an Insta-gift, and it looks like I've spent time. I can easily write their name on there. And I did that for Christmas. I gave all my grandkids cash. I was kind of a mean grandma. They had to read a book in order to get the cash. But there's another one where you could put a gift card in and just say thank you. But some great ways to tangle. And I'm just going to show you this particular henna drum that I did on both of these. And I'm just going to demo how I did that one. But I am going to do it on, there it is, on my brown paper. Now, I can take my, let's see, there's my ruler, so that I can lay my little plastic ruler right there and just fold up the card, or I can take my little scorer tool, and I can just score it, and then it will fold easily. I just take my, just run it right down there and then fold it in. And the reason I like to do this before I tangle is because then I know, these all fold in, I know where my space is that I'm going to tangle. I can see right where it's going to be. And I'm just going to tangle right here on this side, and I'm going to do a henna drum. So I'm going to come in a little, adjust my camera, and I came in, and this is the back flap. So I'm going to draw on that back flap. I could do on this one also, but so I'm just going to turn it over, and I'm just going to do just kind of a line. I'm going to use my PN so that you can see it. So I've just drawn. I always worry when I go to do my second line, I have to go slow. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to give it a little curly Q. And then I'm going to do this same thing here, do a little spiral, another one. So I have several of those little spirals on my flap. And then I'm going to do just that little, I call it my crescent moon. Boy, I've heard it there. And then I'm going to aura it. And I'm just going to do the whole little flower. Then I'm going to do a heart. A little heart shape all the way around to form my little flower, and then come back in and draw my line down so that I have some little petals, and then fill in that little crevices with black. And I like to aura mine. That's a personal preference. You do not have to aura if that's not something you want to do. So I aura it, and there we have our little henna drum. And I can do it on all my little curves here. So easy. Little heart. And then if I have, sometimes I'll just put one there if I have a little space. And then aura. And I'm just going to continue to do this all the way up that little stem. And they can be small. You can do a little tiny one so that it's not as big as those, but you can adjust that size. And there we have our little henna drum. And you can even put one on the stem if you want. I've done that before. I've done it a couple of times. And then to finish this off a little, we can put some little tendrils, just little. And when I do these, my little line will come. Just some little curly cues, little tendrils that come up that stem to kind of. Now, to finish this off, I like to put a border. And so when I put my border, I'm going to come, and you can see I've drawn all the way up to that edge. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to draw my border. And if I stop, sometimes I'll leave a little space so that it, I don't have a gob where I, you know, a pin where I start and stop. I just leave a little tiny space, and sometimes I feel like that helps me not feel like just my line isn't exactly perfect. So I just give it that little border. And those were rounded, so they got rounded, and this is square, so it gets squared off. But you see, I just let my flower go above the border. Now I'm going to come back here, in here, and I'm going to take my white jelly roll, because I can on this brown, and just on that black, I'm going to put a few dots, and then I can also put that white dots in the corner of my little curves. Got to make sure that I don't touch it with my hand, because, oh, I just did right there. It doesn't dry as fast and it will smear, and I just touched it as I said that. So you want to kind of watch that you don't touch that where your jelly roll is. And I could even come back in here and put a little dot in each one of those spots of white, or I could do black, but since I'm doing on brown, I like how it just kind of makes that pop. And I didn't draw my line down in between here, and so I could go and finish it. I got talking and didn't draw that line down to separate those. Don't want to put my hand on that wet jelly roll again. And there we have the back flap of the note card. And with a great little tangle. Then I can just take my glue and I would fold those in. And then I would take one of my cards that I've done, and they would slip right down inside of there, fold it over, and voila, there you have it. Great gift ideas, even to make up some envelopes to go with some cards that you're doing. Say you're doing some gray cards, you could make some gray envelopes and do it. But just have fun with the gift card. Scan out with the a gift card envelopes, the actual cash envelopes, money envelopes, or even a check. I don't know. People don't write checks anymore, do they? I heard on the news that cash was going to be obsolete, but I love the little gift card envelopes. They're just a great way to say thank you to a friend and have fun. Enjoy making envelopes, print out, copy, and cut out and have a great time. Don't forget to tangle every day. You will love how you feel when you do that. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. New videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thanks again and have a great day.